Hi everyone, this is Terry from the Yarn Joy podcast. Welcome to another tutorial. Okay, there was a few people that was on my Facebook group that was asking me if I could do tutorials, show you how I carry my colors on when I do my corner to corner Graphghans. This is in reference to the Christmas squares that we're doing for the Christmas character blanket crochet along. But of course it could be related, it could be used in any corner to corner Graphghan picture, of course. Okay, so what I use are these bobbins here, and what they are these jumbo, here's the label, it was in a sack. There comes 6 of them, and they're jumbo paper clips. Not paper clips, oh my goodness. Those would be big paper clips. Jumbo plastic clothespins, okay? And I got these at Dollar Tree, and there's 6 in there for $1, 3 blue ones and 3 white ones, okay? And I found them in the aisle where the closet supplies are, closet organizers, door hooks, storage bins, that sort of stuff. Even the laundry garment bags that you can use to wash things with. The zipper bags, you know. Okay, anyway, that's where I found them. So they work really well. I wrap my yarn around these, and then I have them attached to where I need the colors while I'm following my chart. Okay, so now I have done I'm halfway through this square. Here is the graph. I printed it out. Normally I just download it on my computer, and then I mark off the squares as I go on the computer. But I printed it out so then you can see where I'm at on here. So I've done all of this. I'm halfway through, okay? I just finished this row right here, and see this one I used a darker pen so then you could see the marks better. Okay, so I'm up here at the top, and I'm about to turn the corner and go back down this way, okay? And see, I am not getting larger, my square is not getting larger because I'm on the decreased side, because you follow it diagonal, okay? And now I'm assuming that you already know how to do corner to corner. This is just to show you how I carry my bobbins and how I do the color changes, okay? So I'm on the decreased side of it, and so I'm going to show you how I turn, because as you see I have finished, here's my hook right here, and I finished this row right here, so I've attached to it. I don't want it to get larger because I'm going down smaller in my square, okay? So this is the way I do it. So I just attach with the slip stitch up to that square like you normally do, and then I'm going to chain 1, and then now I need to turn my work so I think I can go back down the other direction. Okay, so what I do with these bobbins is I take each bobbin and I wind it up, and what's good about it is it's a clothespin, so it's got the clip on it, see? And so I wind it up, and then I clip it to my square, okay? Now I'll pull this up a little bit, take it out because I don't need the hook quite yet, okay? But I just don't want to lose my stitch there. So anyway, I'm going to take each one, and I'm going to wind it up and clip it to my work. And you know, it doesn't matter where you clip it, because I've got, as you see, let me turn my camera a little bit here. My little card fell over. Okay. So you can see I have lots of bobbins hanging out there. So I'm going to wind these up, and I'm going to clip them to my work. So I got that one. I've got this one. So I'm just going clipping. Hope everybody's been doing well. Chat amongst yourselves. No, or I'll just chat while I'm winding these up. I've had a busy week. I had to go grocery shopping this morning. Isn't that exciting? I had to get that done, so that's taken care of. Had lots of stuff I had to put away. Okay, still clipping here. Having great weather. In fact, it's getting quite warm. Okay. Still clipping, still clipping. Okay, I've got 2 more to go. And my last one. I'm on my last one. I know I'm off the screen here. Let's see. Okay, now, as you see, let me move this over. My little thing's sliding around here. See, I've got them all clipped. Okay, now, I know that's a lot of bobbins, and you I hope that that doesn't overwhelm you with this as far as how much I'm having to manage at one time. But when you look at this graph, the chart, you see that right in the middle there, right where I'm at, you know, you're having to deal with the candy cane, which has got the different color changes of the red and the white, and then you have all these other colors going down. And so this section, right where the candy cane started and down this middle area, there was lots of color changes, which is making me have lots of bobbins. Okay, now I'm on this row, so I've got 1 row to go, and I'm going to be finished with the candy cane. And so a lot of this over here on this end, the red and the white, these I'm going to be able to take off. You know, some of these would be coming off, because then I will get down to these bigger sections. More bigger. I don't think that's proper English, sorry. Larger areas, and so I'm not going to have all the bobbins like that. So it only gets kind of sticky when you have a lot of different things going on in the picture, but like I said, it's only been that way just a few rows, okay? So don't get put off by how much I'm having to deal with right now, okay? Okay, so I've got them all clipped onto my square, and so now all I'm going to do is just pick it up and turn it over. See? There I go. And so now I'm going to flatten it out. Okay, there. I got that flattened out. Come over here. Got these flattened out. Now, I know I have all these ends that I need to deal with. This is all the color changes with this candy cane. I do like to weave in my ends. Usually, I'll go like maybe 3 or 4 rows or so, and then I will go ahead and go back, because as you see, I have done all my ends on the other part of it. Okay, so once I flipped it over, now I'm going to unhook my clips. Okay, now I've got to be careful here, because this is where I need to start. I almost pulled my stitch out. So give me some slack here. Okay, so now I'm going to unclip all these and move them out of the way. Okay, so they might get a little bit crossed over, but it's not bad, you know, as far as what order they're in. Let's see. Let me undo the green one. Now I can lay out this yellow one right where it needs to go. And here's my green one. And then I have yellow, red, okay. So now see, I'm just unclipping them and kind of placing them in order on where they need to be on my graph. Okay, so there you go. Now, let me address these ends right quick. Okay, as you see, let me pull them up this way. This is where I've been doing the candy cane, and like I said, I like to weave in ends after I do about 3 or 4 maybe rows, and then I'll go back and fix up my ends. So this is, to me, would be probably very distracting for you to see that. So I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to clean this up right here, okay? So, but the main thing I wanted to show you was how I flipped my work, and then I'm going to clean this up, and then I will we'll go on through this next row. So I'll be right back. Okay, I was wanting to show you what I do with these ends. I was cleaning up my ends, and then I was thinking, you know, it might be a good idea to go ahead and show you how come I leave these long ends and what I do with them. Okay, so this one I'm working on this white one right here, okay? And so I try to look at my squares, and if they look kind of wonky, or if they have wonky, is that a word? If they look kind of not very square-ish, square-shaped, then I use these long tails to try to straighten up the edges, okay? So I've got this one looking pretty well. Now I do remember that it's a candy cane and it's supposed to have stripes, so like these diagonal pieces should be connected together like I did the red ones right here to actually make a stripe, okay? So I've got my needle here, and so before I cut this off, because I got my white cleaned up looking pretty well, but before I cut it off, I want to go ahead and I might need it on the other side to make it look better. So I'm going ahead and push my needle through to the other side, and I'll just leave my tail over there, see? So that way, when I flip it again, I can look at it and see if I need to use some of this excess to clean it up, okay? So let's go to another one here. I'll go to this red one. The end is pretty frayed, so it might be hard for me to thread it. Let me see. No, it's pretty messy. Let me cut the end here. Sometimes you have to do that so then you can thread it easier. I do have a needle threader. I should be using it for yarn, but of course I don't have it with me right this minute, so we'll just go with this, I guess. Okay, I got it. Okay, so now I look at it and see how this red has got a piece up there. It's kind of a, looks like a kind of a hole. You know, it doesn't look, I don't know if you can really tell because I don't have it zoomed up. Let me zoom you up a little bit. Ooh. Okay, so it's got this little tag sticking off there. So I want to try to clean up that edge a little bit. So I'll take my yarn and I'm going to go up to get into that position right there. And then now I'm going to go across here. I want to get that straightened up here. So I'll go across and then I'll go underneath this one, so then I can see how that straightened up that square. Looks a lot better. Okay, now I'm going to go down to this other side. Okay, and then looks like I need to go across there to get that more square-ish. So let me push that through. See how it just straightens up the edges, okay? Now I'm going to just poke it through the other side just to give myself one more chance with this yarn tail on the other side to see if I need to clean that up. So I just pulled it through. Okay, so now I'm going to work on this one. Okay, so that's what I do. That's how come I have my tail so long. Oh, I'm not even in the frame. So sorry. Yeah, I just keep traveling with this, don't I? Okay, so that's what I do to clean up my edges. Okay, so now see this one, this was a stripe, and so those two diagonal ones should be, make sure they're connected together. So I will run my needle down this side to try to get them where it's going to look more like a stripe, see? Okay, so let's see, looks pretty good. Looks like this edge is kind of weird. Let's see, move that out of the way. See how this red is sticking out right there, and that needs to be white. So actually I'm going to use this tail and I'm going to go back and forth kind of in that area to cover up that white, that red piece right there so you won't see it. Okay, so this one looks pretty good here, so I'm going to go ahead and run this red one through. Actually, it looks like it needs to go up there to make that look a little bit more straight. And then I'm going to go across this one. Okay, now it looks better. I like that. So now I'm going to push my needle through to the other side, just in case I might need some of that yarn on the other side to fix that side. Okay, so see, you kind of get the idea of what I'm doing here. Okay, see this one, that red is really bugging me, so I'm going to cover that up if I can. Let's see. Thread my needle, come back over here, and I'm going to go over that red piece like that, see? And then I'm going to come down here to try to square it off a little bit. And I'm going to go back up along the outer side so then I can get a little bit more white color showing up there. Okay, and then I'm going to go up here. See how it helped that white edge there? Cleaned it up better. Okay. And then looks like there's some red peeking out there, so I'm going to come back over that one, go across there. Just however you can do it, you know, it's however you like to do it. You know, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one and try to reinforce that edge. So for this end, I'm going to go up through there. Okay. Now I'm going to take that to the back side so that way I can use it on the other side if I need to. So that's how you do it. That's how I like to clean up my edges and my little squares. Okay, if I can get it threaded here. I really should have had that threader with me. It's of course in the other room. Okay. Okay, see there, it looks like I must have picked up some red yarn there because it's kind of showing through, so I will try to go over that some more. And then I'll come back this way. Hopefully that'll cover it up. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'll push that one to the back side just in case I need it over there. Okay, and see, once I do that, once I go across this side and then flip it over and go the other side, of course that means I'm going to have all those tails on that side. But once I do that, then I know that I've already cleaned up this side. So once I check the other side to see how much, if I need to clean up any edges, then I will actually fasten and trim off the ends. Okay, so that's looking pretty good, huh? So let's see. I will come through here. There's a little bit of a red peeking through there from something, so I'm going to pull that through that way. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now I'm going to just poke that through, and then like I said, when I do the row, when I flip it again and do the other side, then I will actually fasten them off. So that's how I like to do it. So let me clean up a few more of these, and then I will come back and we'll do the next row. Okay. Okay, I cleaned up this side, and like I said, I have a lot I just pushed to the back, so then I can use more of the tails if I need to clean up on the other side. Okay, to clean up the squares and make the stripes look pretty good anyway. So anyway, okay, so let's continue. So on our square, like I said, I am wrong implement here. I want to use a pen because it's darker. Okay, so I am right here, and I'm doing decreases. So I just finished with this square, and so now I'm going to go to this one right there. Okay, as you can see that, yes. So just finished this one. Now I'm going to go to that one, and I'm going to go down this way because you read the charts diagonally. Okay, so if I do that, I need to go over. I don't want to increase bigger. I need to go over and then go down 2 with my background color, and then I'll start color changing again. Okay, so let's get that one done. So I finished there. I flipped it over. I chained 1, and now I don't want to put my square here because that's going to make it wider. I need to put it actually up on top here because that way I can make this edge go this way to complete my square, see? So what I do is I know that there's a slip, there was a chain, and then there was 3 half double crochets. Okay, so I'm like where the chain was. So I just like to slip stitch across that side, about maybe twice, like that, and then I'll go into where I need to start to make this square. Okay, so that was like 3 slip stitches across that edge to get up to where I need to be. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure I'm in the frame here. I can zoom up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to continue on. So I need to do 2 of the background color, the purple. So chain 2. And then remember, and I am doing half double crochets on this. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I'm doing half double crochets instead of the normal double crochet just because I'm doing a mini, a smaller size blanket. So I'm chaining up 2 instead of chaining up 3, and then I'm going to do half double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I'm going to, let's see, so I need to do 2 of them. So I will go up to the next square, connect that one, and then chain up 2. And then I'll do 3 half double crochets, 1, some more yarn here, 2, 3. Right? Okay, so now I'm going to connect onto this one. I'm going to put my hook in there from the front to the back. If I can find where the little chain is, there it is. Okay, so now I look on my chart, and I've done this one and this one, okay? And then now, so I need to do 1 red one, and then 1 white, so red, white, and then I'm done with the candy cane, okay? So, let's see. Now, see, I have a red one here. Ooh, I'm not in there again. Let me see. Sorry, I keep traveling back or something. Okay, so I need to do red, white to get down this side. I have a red one right here, but I need to put it red right here and then a white one. And so I can't use this one because if I put the yarn down like that, there's going to be a white one on top of there, and a white one, actually, well, there would be a red one there. But you would be able to see that white, you would be able to see that red, because the square that is going to be above that it needs to be another white one. So I can't carry this across, okay? I need to use another one. Some more of the sparkly yarn. I've got it on a ball here instead of a bobbin, but since I'm only going to do 1 square, it doesn't matter because I'm going to do 1 square and then I'm going to cut it off again. So, okay, so I'm going to attach this. Pull the purple to snug it up, and then chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 half double crochets. So 1, and I'm working over this tail of the red one I just attached. 2, 3. Okay, so now I'm done with the red, that 1 red, okay? And then the next square I need to do is a white one, okay? So, see, I have a white attached here, but I can't get it over here to use it because it would show through these, because there's going to be a red on top of this one. So the only way I can carry yarns from one square to the other is if one of them is the same color as the yarn that I'm carrying, so that way you won't see that strand of yarn crossing a color that it's not, you know, that it's a different color. Okay, so like I said, I've done this one red one and I'm done with this, but I'll go ahead and cut it off, but I need to leave a pretty long tail so that way I can use that if I need to clean up my squares. Okay, so I need another white one, and I have this on a ball here. I don't have another bobbin with just the plain white already on it. But like I said, I'm only going to do one white square and then I'll be finished with it so I can cut it right back off again. Okay, so I'm going to introduce this one here by doing a slip stitch. Pull my red yarn just to firm it up a little bit, and then chain 2 and then make my square there. So half double crochet, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm done with that white. Okay, now I got to do another red one, and now for this one, let me get all this underneath there, those tails. Okay, so for this one, the red is already attached, and it's going to come up between these two squares, which is fine because, see, one of the squares is that color, and so it's just going to blend in with that square. You're not going to see that traveling up between those two squares. It won't be a problem. Okay, so I keep it to the back of my work. I put it in from front to back into that chain space. I pull up my white yarn just to firm it up a little, and then I grab and do the slip stitch with the red because I need to change to that red square. So 1, 2, and now I'm going to do 3 half doubles. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now go back. This white, I'm done with the white because I only needed one square, and so I'm going to cut that one off. See, this is the fun part when you're decreasing, because you're now able to start detaching all of that or a lot of them. So you won't have to, I won't be carrying that many colored bobbins, okay? So that many different bobbins with me, okay? So this is the red one. Now that's a tail, but I don't want to cut it yet because I may need it to fix some of the trim there. So I'll just tuck it underneath. Okay, so I'm working on this one right now. Oh, and then let's look at our chart right quick. So I just did, oops. Okay, I just did this red one. Is it focused? I hope so. So I did red, white, red, right? So I can take those off. And so I'm about to do this other white. So see, I'm finished with that red one, and I'm finished with the white. I'm going to do one white right here, and then I'm done, and I can cut off that white because see, now I'm going to go into Santa's sack here. Okay, so this red one, I can cut that one off. Just leave a good tail so that way you can use it if you need to later to when you're weaving and stuff in. Okay, now I'm going to bring this up between these two because I need to put it right up there. Put it to the back of my work from front to back, put my hook in there, grab the white since I'm changing to it, slip stitch, and now pull the red just a little to firm it up and then go on with the white. So chain 2 and then half double, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I put my hook into this red one because there's the next place I'm going to connect. But see, I don't need the white anymore because I'm finished my candy cane. So I'm going to cut this off, leaving a good tail. I'll move that out of the way, okay? So, let's see, what else we got to do? So that's it for my candy cane. So I'll mark through that one. Ooh. It'd help if I had the pen pointed in the right direction, wouldn't it? Okay, so now, see, this yellow, I'm not needing that yellow anymore because I'm finished with it. I'm not needing it until I get all the way, well, it would help if I'm in the screen here, sorry. Okay, so I'm here. Now I'm going to need to change to the green. I'm going to do green for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares before I have to go to the yellow again. Okay, so if I look at my work here, this yellow right here, I'm finished with it, okay, for this section. So I'm going to cut that one off and move that one out of the way. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so now I'll bring that forward this way. What I need to put right there is a green one. Now I've got a green one right here, okay, and I need to start the green ones down here, but as you know, the squares on this side are all going to be green, okay? So this one I actually can carry down. I'll just kind of stair step it to give me enough to work over when I get there, and it won't be pulling it too tight. So I stair stepped it down there, and then I hold my finger there to hold on to it. And then let's see, I need to get it all the way down to this one, so I'm going to go down here and across another stair step, see? So now where I'm pinching it, that's about where I want to bring my yarn through for a slip stitch. So that way I'll have plenty to work over to get over here. I know that looks kind of weird, but all of this is going to be worked over as I'm doing a big section of green there, okay? So chain 2 and with my green, and let's see, the white was the last one I did, so I need to pull it to firm it up a little bit. Okay, now I already chained 2, so now I'm going to go under, and then I want to work over this green one as I'm doing my stitches. So 1 half double crochet, and then here's the second one, and then the third one. Okay, now just bring that green up, and now we're going to put it there. I mean, we're going to go up to this one. Okay, this is going to be our second square. Okay, I'm still working over this green. Whoops. Okay, I'm still working over that green there. So 1, 2, and then 1 half double, 2, 3. Okay, see that? Now I'm going to go into this one. Just make sure that this is behind you. Okay, and now I'm going to pull this through, slip stitch, and see I'm working over that green, and I'm going to be completely going over it, and you won't see any type of slack there. So chain 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there you go. See, I had that long chain of yarn, but I worked over it, and I didn't have to cut and reattach it. And see, there's still just a little bit there, but I'm going to, that'll be taken care of when I am attaching it, and you won't see it back there, okay? So that's there. Now I'm going to attach it there. And go up another square. So I've done 1, 2, 3, I need 4 and 5. I need 2 more to do. So slip stitch and then chain 2. 1, no, I did slip stitch. That's chain 1, chain 2, and now 3 half doubles. 1, 2, 3. Okay, go to my next square. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more. And then half double 1, 2, 3. Okay, now go back to my chart here to see what I'm doing. I had to do the 5 green ones that I put dots on. See that? So let me mark through them since I did them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the next one is this one, I put a dot, is a yellow one. Okay, so now I'll go to my picture, and you see that I've already got my yellow yarn there. So I'll move my green out of the way a little bit, and then my yellow one, okay, is I'm going to put it between these 2 squares. Okay, and then I'll put it between there, and then the square is going to be up here. Okay, so, and see, I can run it up through there because this square next to it is yellow, and so you won't notice it. Okay, So put it to the back of my work, put my hook over that top and go through into the part where I want to connect it, and then I'm going to slip stitch with my yellow. Tug my green a little bit to tighten it up, and then chain 2, and then half double crochet, 1, 2, 3, okay, so I only need 1 yellow, and now rest is going to be, I'm going to do several reds now in a row because I'm on the body of the sleigh. So I'll look at my chart, I'll mark out that yellow one, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to do 5 red ones before I have to do another yellow one, okay? So, red one is already attached from the previous row. So, I'll put my hook over the top of it, hold it in the back until I can get it attached. Put it through there, attach it by doing a slip stitch with my red, okay? And then I'll pull my yellow to tighten it up a little bit, and then I continue. So chain 2, and then half double 3 times, 1. Let me get some more slack here. 2, 3. So that was 1, and then do it again. 1, 2, 3. Attach to the next one. The slip stitch. 1, chain 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then so 1, 2, 3. I've done 3 of them. Slip stitch the next to make my next stair step up. Chain 2. Get some more yarn, and then half double 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 1 more red one to do. So slip stitch into the next one, chain 2, and half double 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now I need to do a yellow one. Our yellow one's already there. I put it up between those 2 squares, see, between the red one I just made and the yellow one there, but put it toward the back, and then I push my hook through from the front to the back, pull up my red one a little bit to tighten it, and then use my yellow one to slip stitch, and then chain 2, and then I do my 3 half doubles, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now if I look at my chart here, I've got all the red ones done there, so I'm mark through those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I just did my yellow one, so there's that one. Now see, now I need to do a black one, and then a purple, and then a black, and 2 purples. So black, purple, black, 2 purples. Okay, it's blue on the chart, but I'm using purple because I'm doing background color. Okay, so I'm going to attach that. Oh wait, I almost made a boo-boo here because I used the purple. Okay, so what I need to do there is to oh, okay, so I'm going to cut my that purple because it's this one, and see, I don't want to pull it through there between those 2 squares because it is a place where I need to change colors, and I don't want to carry that through between those 2 colors because it would be a purple that would go between 2 different colors, and you wouldn't be able to hide that very well. So I'm going to cut that purple off. Okay, and I'll move that bobbin out of the way. Move that that over some so you can see it. And see, I've already got the black one attached from the previous time before. Okay, so I did the yellow, and then I need to do the black, and it's already there, so I'm attaching the black with a slip stitch. Pull up my yellow just to tighten it, then chain 2, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that was the one black. Attach it here, and what was it I was needing to do? Okay, let me look. Okay, yes, black, and then purple, and then black, and then 2 purples. So black, and now I'm going to need to do the purple, which I already have there, so I'll pull this up, and then chain 2, and then I'm going to do half double crochet, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now I need to do another black, which is already there. See if I got it attached. So I'll use that with a slip stitch, tighten up my purple, chain 2, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and attach it there, and now it says to do 2 purples. So the white one we're finished with, because on the chart that was the snow part that was underneath the sled, and we're done with that, so I cut it off. So all I need to do is weave in this tail. Okay, but see, the purple is here. Now I'm going to do that stair step method that I showed you before when I was doing the green one over here. Okay, but this one I don't have to go down 1 step because I need to get my purple one right here, and see it's up here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is lay it across there, hold it, and then I need it to go down this side of the square. Let me pull out some more yarn here. Okay, just make sure I have enough. Okay, and now I'm going to pick it up across here. So see, I kind of stair step it down, but I'm going to be working over it just like I did the green, and you won't notice it. Okay, so okay, pull up my black just a little bit, and then do 1, 2, and then do and make sure now I'm going to go over that purple when I'm making my half double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I got 1, and then I need to do 1 more, and that's the end of that row. So I'm going to go under, I'm going to make sure I go under this yarn that I'm carrying, so I'll hide it. I'll slip stitch, and then champ 1, 2, and 3 half double crochets, working over that little extra yarn there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I'm going to slip stitch up onto that side, that square next to it, and see, that's as far as I want to go, because see how it's making this, well, don't look at that, but see how it's making the edge, because I want to go across this way. I don't want to make it any bigger, so that's as far as I'm going to go on that row. Okay, so okay, so now it's time for me to flip again. Flip the bobbins. Okay, but as you see, let me zoom out a little bit so you can see. I'm sorry, that's Teddy. If you can hear him, he is outside my window here barking out in the backyard. Sorry about that. Okay, so as you see, I've got a smaller amount of bobbins now. See, that one's not attached anymore. So now that I'm going down the line here, you see that I'm not having to use as many, okay? And it's not, it's getting even more manageable, okay? Okay, so same thing, I'm getting ready to do another flip. So what I do is I wind up my bobbins and I attach it to my work. Same thing as I did a while ago. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Attach that one. And now I've got this one. This one. And my last one right here. Okay, so see, now I've got this big gap. I don't have any of the ones that were attached there because I'm finished with the candy cane. And I was able to detach one of the yellow ones there. And then I know I've got a few right in here, but I'm almost going to be finished with it because all I have to do is the front part of that sleigh, the runner, is that what you call it? And then I will be detaching these black ones as well. Okay, so I've got them clipped on. So now I'm going to take my yarn, my hook out, make sure I have a loop there, and then I'm going to flip the whole thing over. Okay. There you go. And then I have them laid out. Okay, I know I have a big mess here, but I'm going to do the same thing as I did a while ago, and I will be cutting these off because, as you remember, I was talking before, is the fact that, get this out of the way, is the fact that I had pulled all these, I had cleaned up this side of my squares. I pulled the tails through just to make sure that I didn't need to use any of them to clean up this side, and then I will be detaching all this mess, and then it'll look a lot nicer. So let me do that right quick and then we'll go on. Okay, so as you can see, I don't have that many bobbins now, and for each row that I'm doing on this graph, I'll get fewer and fewer bobbins that I'll have to manage. I just have this area right here, which will take a few more rows to continue on with the black on the Santa's runner, and then I will even have even less colors or bobbins that I'll have to take care of. So we followed, the last one I did was this row here that I went down this direction, okay? So now I'm at the bottom and I need to turn and go up the corner here. And my next one would be this purple right here, okay? So I'm going to do a purple, and then I need to do 1, 2, 3 black ones together, okay? And then one single purple, and then I'll be back into the sleigh color of the red. Okay, so I turned my corner. Chain 1. Now I'm going to go up this side right here to get where my thumb is right there. That's where I want my square, because see, I have this straight edge that I'm dealing with. So slip stitch twice, going up the side until I get up into that corner where I need to go make my square. Now I'm going to make my square. Okay, so chain 2, half double, 3 times, so 1, 2, 3, okay, and then I'm going to connect. Oh, but let's see, I only need to do 1 purple, so that was all for that. So let me move this out of the way, and then I'll pick up my black one, and I need to do 3 of them. So chain 2, 1, 2, let me zoom up a little bit. Oh, yep. Sorry, making everybody dizzy. Okay, so 1, 2, 1 more. 3. Okay. And another one. 1. 2. 3, and then I need to do 1 more. Okay, so now let me show you about this purple one here. It's kind of the same way, because I still need this purple, but I don't need it now. I need it to be 1 more square over. So I'm going to run it through, not run it through, but you know, pull it up this through between these 2 squares, and you won't be able to notice it because the square next to it is the same color. Does that make sense? I hope, maybe. And I'm going to put it to the back. And let's see, 1, 2. And I still need to do another black one though. Okay. Oh, you know, actually, that's not going to work because I need to do the black one there and the purple one up further, right? Let's see. Let me check this, make sure I'm doing it right. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3 black ones. So, 1, 2, 3 black ones. Right there, I need a black one. Oh no, I'm going to have to cut it because see, I'm going to put a black one there, but then the purple one will need to be up here, and that's too far for me to bring this purple up. So I need to cut that. Find my scissors. I think I have it a little bit too up close. Let's see. Is that better? Okay, so I'm going to cut that, but I want to hold on to it because I need to attach it again just for one square. Okay, so move that one out of the way. Now I need to put another black one, continuing up. So chain 2, half double crochet, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then now see, this is where I need a purple one. 3 blacks and then another purple. So now I need to add this purple in to get to use that, do one square of the purple. Okay. 1. Whoops. Split my yarn. Okay, let's start over. Okay, so I chained up 2. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've done that one purple. Now let's look over at our chart. So I did this one, and then I did 1, 2, 3 black ones, and then this purple one here. So I'm there, okay? So now I need to continue on with the red. See, we finished with this yellow, so I went ahead and cut that one off. And now this black one, see, it's coming down here from a lower point, and so I'm going to cut that one off as well, because I don't want to carry the yarn up that far. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this one, but I'm going to carry on with this red. Okay, so slip stitch, pull that purple tight, and then chain 2, and then make my half double crochet squares. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so now I'm in the red section. As you can see, there's a pretty big size of red. I gotta do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta do 5 red ones. So that's going to take me up to this yellow. So that's the first one. 1, 2, 3. That's the second one. See, these large spaces you can speed up and get through them pretty quickly. Except for your bobbin that keeps you keep having to pull yarn from. Okay, so that was 3. So here's 4. 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I've got my yellow one to do. I need to do one of those. So slip stitch with the yellow, pull my red tight, and then chain 2, 1, 2, 3, connect that one. Let me look at my chart here. So I've done these red ones, so I can mark through those, and I've done one yellow one, but I can't cut the yellow because I'm still got a few more over here to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep the yellow on there. And now see, I'm going into my green, and I'm gonna have a pretty big green section here. So the green is gonna go all the way up, and then I'll have 3 purples to do. Okay, so anyway, that's how I carry my colors. And then of course these are more ends to weave in. But like I said, I never go longer than maybe 3 or 4 rows at the most, and I go ahead and weave in my ends. So then it's not such a daunting task to do it at the end. But anyway, that's the way it's looking. That's actually backwards because from the picture, because I'm going to be finishing up this side, and then I'll be flipping it over again and going down the next side. So anyway, that is how I use the bobbins and how I carry my yarn, and even how I weave in the ends. Like I said, it's a good tip to cut the ends on the longer side, so that way you can go back and like try to square up. Like I have that piece of black showing through there, through the purple, so I'll try to use my yarn and kind of square up the edges to make them cleaner looking. Okay, that really helped the candy cane stripes. In fact, I think I need to fix that because those 2 are attached right there, and it probably shouldn't be there, so I need to kind of fix that up with some white. So anyway, that's how I do it. I hope this is not too confusing. I know, like I was saying in my last tutorial, a lot of times it's easier to do the work instead of trying to describe what I'm doing. But I know that I'll get better at it the more tutorials that I do. So thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. And we will see you, or I will, you will see me in a couple of days, because today is Tuesday, and so on Thursday, so in 2 days, I will be filming my regular episode, which will be episode 48 coming up. So stay tuned and check back to watch my regular episode and see all the other projects that I'm doing. So until then, see you later. Bye.